to Tarot Life Coach channel with me, your host, Tonya Melendez. So this week, today is the new moon, and this new moon is in Pisces. We've just shifted into Pisces, and so the energy is very fluid, but it's also very introspective. This new moon is all about rededication, refreshing, resetting, recharging, renewing. So this is a time for you to focus on things that are still there in your life, but how you can bring them forward and make them refreshed and renewed, because we still have Mercury in retrograde, so we don't want to start anything new quite yet. However, we are moving also into another time with the full moon approaching soon. That energy is shifting, and we're definitely with the sun and moon in Pisces right now, so there's just like a dreamy feel kind of floating through life, much like Pisces, which is a water sign. So let yourself go with the flow. Be introspective. Also, make sure you're catching up on your rest. Make sure you're eating healthy, getting some exercise, trying to get some fresh air every day if you possibly can. So with that said, let's get started. So nice deep breath. And our power words for this week are change your thinking, change your life. And the reason I chose that is because it has to start here for it to register here, and then it becomes ingrained, it becomes an action, and then there is the reaction of your actions. So it's really about starting here. So we're going to focus our new moon energy on focus and clarity. So just know for yourself clearness, clarity, divine and right intention for yourself, and what you think about, you bring about. Again, what they say is what you put your focus on grows. So let's grow our focus. Let's grow our clarity. Let's grow more into ourselves. So let's go into our power prayer. Then we'll be working with our oracle cards as well as our tarot cards. And today we're going to be using the Gateway Oracle by Denise Lynn, one of my favorites. And so just breathing in, knowing peace, knowing focus, knowing clarity, knowing good, knowing God. How good it is for me to know that God is all that there is. God is divine will. God is focus and clarity. God is perfect right intention, flow, prosperity, and productivity. God is in, through, and as my life. And as I know God is all these things in my life, I absolutely know God is in the lives of everyone listening to this video or hearing my voice. I am just knowing right here and right now is the miracle, is the changing of your life, changing of our lives for our good, for our Godness. And I'm just so grateful I release these words knowing all is good, because all is God. I let it be knowing it is good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. Namaste. So, let's go ahead and see what the Gateway cards have to say today. And as usual, I'm working on a couple of projects, but my new really exciting project that I've been working on, and I've always got some new, I'm very creative. I think it's the weather and me being able to connect more with nature. So I really do feel that that's why I've been so inspired. But, you know, I've been studying astrology for quite a while, and I keep telling everybody my book is coming out. The title of the book is The Intuitive Switch from Fear to Faith, creating your authentic power. So I'm still obviously working on the title, but it is The Intuitive Switch from Fear to Faith, and I'm working on that little subtitle underneath. But back to what I was saying about astrology. So I work with a lot of people, a lot of couples, a lot of people going through transitional relationships and learning more about themselves. And so I've really developed a way of using tarot, my spiritual counseling, and astrology to show how you are in relationship with yourself and with others. And so it's a 4-week class. I'll be starting on the 19th, which is next week, starting March 19th. It'll go 4 weeks, and we get a bonus week. So if you sign up for this week, you will get a bonus week, which is an extra hour with me with a one-on-one session. It will be webinar based, and I'm just so excited to be sharing all of my gifts, all of my talents, all of who I am with you in a beautiful program using love and astrology. So the class is called Love is in the Air. Spring is in the air, love is in bloom. Still working with that title too, but it's coming because I've been meditating on it and letting it be the best class. But it's really about, we're going to explore, how are you in relationship? What things from the past do you need to let go of? Past relationships, hurts, anything like that, any childhood wounds. And then we really dive deep into spirituality and sexuality. There's a definite connection there, and how you relate to people, and using that in astrology is a really wonderful way too, because you can look at your Venus and your North Node, and that tells you how do you interact with people, how do you interact with yourself. And then last but not least is cultivating that. How do you keep love alive? How do you keep the sparks? It's really about keeping your passion and keeping your individuality, because there's me plus me equals we, and so many people think it's me turns into we, and it's you plus me equals we. So we have to remember to focus again on ourselves. So it's still being, worked out. I've got a few things there, but I will be posting something this week on my website under probably services, as well as couples therapy. So if you have, any issues as a couple or even family, I have my family focus sessions as well. Just shoot me an email. I'm available, and I usually do have day and evening appointments. Maybe have to go a couple weeks out, but I'm pretty available most of the time. And also just want to tell you, make sure you check out my show on Thursday with Ron Ash, 11 Eastern time. And so with that said, let's get to the reading. And again, I've just been in my flow. I'm in my Pisces. It's my new moon too. So here we go. Oh, good ones. So the first one we get is listening with your heart. I just love this. I trust the messages I receive from my heart. So this is really showing you that what you're doing is divine and perfect. Listen to your heart. And again, like I was saying, when you're in a relationship, a lot of times we forget that it's me plus me equals we. And that's why I love this one. And it's cherishing the self. I accept and love myself. This is what my class is about. It's about cultivating that love in yourself and being able to share that with another person. Not taking over that person, but sharing who you are as a friend, as a lover, as a woman or a man, whatever. But honoring yourself, cherishing the self. That's actually one of the subtitles in my class. And then last but not least is being in the flow. I'm in the flow of the universe. Like I said, we're here right now. We're in that Pisces time. Fluidity, but also flowing, not being stuck, So this is all about being in the flow with the universe. Don't go pushing up against the stream of life. Go with the flow of life. It's so much easier. So with that said, and since I've done all the talking already, let's go ahead and see what the tarot cards have to say. I'm grateful that every week I get to share with you my new and exciting ideas that I come up with over the weekend. I do spend a lot of time reading and studying, and right out here is my thinking tree. I'll give you a quick view of my thinking tree. So I like to go sit outside my thinking tree, and I get so deeply connected that I come up with a lot of inspiration. The lizards are running around. I get to hear the birds chirping. I live in a nice, quiet, cul-de-sac area. So it's really, really good for me. Wow, okay, so we got a lot of swords. Aha, and this is so perfect. You know why we got swords? Because I said, change your thinking, change your life. And that is what this week's power words or power phrase was. And the reason we got swords is because swords represent air and thought. So we must start with the thoughts for it to come down into our feelings and be a part of our life. We can say, I'm not scared, I'm not scared, I'm not scared, but we feel I'm scared. And we're thinking I'm scared. So your mouth can say one thing, but your body knows the truth. So free yourself from that truth. Free yourself in a way that is getting your thoughts in alignment with what is in your spirit. Fear is like a quicksand, and what you want is right there, and you just can see it, and it's almost like your fingertips are touching it, but you're still sinking. That's what fear is like. So let it go. Grab your desire, grab your purpose, grab your fruit, and go for it. So here we are with our swords. So the first one we get is King of Swords. And what this is telling me is to focus. Like our words, again, focus and clarity. We are knowing focus and clarity. Shine your light. Focus and change your thinking, change your thought. Pick up a book. The Secret was very popular when it first came out. Look at that. The Happiness Prescription. I'm reading, one of my favorite books that I recommend to all my students. I think every single student or person I've ever had a session with gets You Can Heal Your Life. That is the best book by far that really helps people connect and say, oh, now I get it. Also, call me. If you need a past life regression, I do that. If you want to connect with a loved one, I do that. Focus. This is the day. New moon is all about focus and clarity. Remember, we said rededication, refresh. What is inside you that is wanting to get out? Because then we get the Page of Swords. So it's saying, I know you're taking baby steps, but you got to walk your walk so you can talk your talk. So don't be afraid of what's on the other side. Because see, the swords all have grayness behind them. So you're in that holding pattern. But you know what? Look the sun's out. Enjoy life as it is. Accept what is right now instead of struggling with what you want. When you put your attention on your struggle, you're creating more of that struggle. Put your intention on what you have, what is in front of you, not on the futurizing of what it is that you want, but what you have right now. Be grateful for where you are right now so you can experience what it is you really want. And then last but not least, we got Six of Swords. So you're going in the right direction. You're taking with you what you know and going forward. That's your spiritual practice. That's really honoring yourself, cherishing yourself, being in the flow, and listening to your heart. So know and trust that everything is working exactly as it's supposed to. And let yourself expand. Let yourself flap your wings, grow your wings. Grab that fruit instead of letting it be one step ahead of you. And if you're afraid, that's fine, but you got to take the leap anyway. I told a client just this morning, it's like when you're bungee jumping and you're standing at the platform and you're looking down and everybody's saying, go, go, go. And you're standing there and looking down and you're saying, what did I get myself into? And then something in you just says, I can do this. And you do it. That is what your passion, what your life purpose is, what it is that you're supposed to be doing. If you're that afraid, imagine yourself bungee cord looking down. You're going to make it. You're going to bounce right back up. That's what it's all about. Trust life, trust yourself, and trust the universe. So until next week, everyone, just know that my heart is filled with love and light. You are blessed. This week is productive and prosperous, and we are all just doing so good. Peace and blessings. Until next week.